Hey guys, I'm having some mic issues, so if you can't hear me correctly, try to level up the volume a little bit, adjust it till you can hear me correctly. Um, Today's video we're going to be platinuming FNAF Help Wanted, and now that I have your attention, today we're going to be platinuming FNAF Help Wanted. FNAF Help Wanted is the first FNAF game to be a VR game. And for a long time I thought it was only playable in VR, which is why I never played it or tried to complete it. But this game was surprisingly amazing in flat mode, which is a mode where you can play with only a controller and no VR headset. And this game was incredibly immersive and had so many little details, like being able to use cameras without having to focus on it completely. Seeing how the animatronics actually move around the office, like you can see them move a lot more than you used to in the old games when they would teleport PNGs. Things like seeing when they walk towards the door in your office, or seeing Foxy sprint and you actually watch him run around. Having things that actually follow you and attack you and you can actually see them move makes the game a lot more immersive and unique. Plus, they did a really good job of recreating most of the locations in the game. And the game doesn't only have the FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4 minigames, they created plenty of unique minigames and different modifiers to the format that makes the game really fun. I'll try to showcase a few of these while I'm talking in the early intro, and I might interrupt during the platinum journey because the platinum is pretty short generally. So I might interrupt later to add details and showcase a lot of the things that I'm talking about, because this game was incredibly fun. Now that all that's out of the way, don't worry about me doing any sudden jump scares anymore. Promise not to do that during the rest of the video. Grab your favorite exotic butters and throw them all over the room. Grab your favorite action figure or collectible and eat it. And now, without further ado, let's get into the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted Platinum Journey. Our journey begins with your special day. You'll unlock this achievement for activating the party machine. The party machine is that little switch that I just flicked on the table. I did this while exploring the game early on, before I even played anything, so I couldn't showcase it correctly. But here's footage of after the end of the game. Basically, what this switch does is it will add a visual modifier to the game, and it is basically the way to play the hardest version of all the minigames. Once you've completed all the base minigames, you unlock the hard version of all of them, and that switch is what lets you play them. That's how you select those levels. I'll show you an example of how it works here. As you can see, this minigame, which I showcased a little bit earlier, you're put in a random room full of different toys, and you have to look for those mini baby plushies and shine the light on them until they disappear. That's the normal version of the minigame. The hard version of the minigame is this stupid. Every single toy in the entire room is one of those plushies, and finding them is incredibly hard, and the battery runs out really fast. So this is one of the trophies that ended up getting me stuck. Like this minigame, because one of the trophies is completing all the minigames, so this minigame had me stuck for I think like 2 days before I actually managed to beat it, and I beat it once, and I haven't managed to beat the hard version of this minigame since. The easy one is really simple, but the hard one is damn near impossible, especially in flat mode. I heard in VR it's actually very doable because you can move really fast with your hands, but in flat mode, since you only have control of the game through the PlayStation controller and sensitivity is kind of slow even if you max it out, there's only so much you can do before you actually beat the level. And not only that, these they have a weird mechanic where after a couple seconds, if you haven't found them, they teleport. So there's a chance that you find them finally, and as soon as you're about to shine the light on them, they teleport away for somewhere you already looked, so you miss them and you lose. Yeah, it's a really frustrating and annoying video game for sure. Our next achievement is Let's Party. You unlock this achievement for finding a hidden token in any minigame. There are a total of 30 across all difficulties and minigames. They're kind of difficult to find sometimes. Followed by I Scream, You Scream. This achievement is unlocked for getting jump scared for the first time. We didn't have the achievement. Now I will tell you a story for eating a piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Now I'll tell you a story. Eat a piece of candy. Followed by the achievement Rock, which you get for strumming Bonnie's guitar. I'm kind of surprised that the random string I picked didn't end up killing me, because that's one of the things that can get you killed in this minigame, touching anything. Probably the grossest achievement, Pest Control. You unlock this for pulling off 25 roaches from Chica. Yeah, this is, I can't imagine this one in VR being any better. We then have Pop Goes the Weasel for getting a good old friend during our prize. Oh. No, I'm not playing the same one over again to try and scare you. This is number 8, Choking Hazard. You unlock this one for eating a toy. Luckily, I got Bonnie.
How the hell?
That's the most delicious one. Achievement number 9, Stay Put, with the description of "This is why you don't leave the office," is one of my favorite details in the game. Being able to look outside the office door in VR is a cool concept, and it triggers this jump scare. Now, since it was the first time I did it, I didn't know, but you can actually see him run towards the office. And then achievement number 10 is Exotic Butters, which you get for finishing the game. Followed by the achievement Numismatist. I have no clue if that's how you actually say it. It's for finding all the tokens in the game. This one is actually one of the weird hiding spot-ish ones. We then have the achievement Let's Eat for consuming all possible edible items in the game. There is a lot of weird edible things in this game. Our final heavy grind achievement is Play. You unlock this one for completing and getting all the items in the prize counter. You can get those by collecting all the coins in the game, all the secrets, all the tapes, and by completing one minigame. So you get one per minigame, and there's like 85 plus of them that you get for completing minigames. And this is the fastest minigame you can do in the game. By the end of it, I was doing it like flying through it to get them, but it was really tedious because you had to keep repeating it over and over again. But yeah, pretty much this is the fastest minigame you can do, and that's how quick I learned to do it. So if you want to get those, do this. And our very last achievement, Showtime. You unlock this one for recreating the original game's main stage. I had a lot of trouble to get this one because you were supposed to technically put them side by side on the table, but they would keep flying away. I don't know why, and VR should be easier. And the final achievement, which is the Platinum, is Celebrate. You unlock that one for collecting all the trophies in the game. If you enjoyed this kind of video and this new way of me editing through it, leave a like, comment down below and let me know if there's anything you want me to change. I really liked this game, which is the reason I made a Platinum journey about it, even though it was so short. And I tried to showcase as many details that I did like about the game, and a lot of the unique stuff. It was a really fun game to play. And I don't know if I'll play the second one, because it's typically pretty expensive still. But I did enjoy this one, so I might come back to do a different video on this game eventually. And I might do more Platinum journeys. So if you want that, let me know. See you all in the next one.